So it's your first time to buy a property and you are thinking, with the happenings in the country, is it right for you to buy? Do you just keep the money? Do you do other ventures? Do you take the money out of the country? So come closer, come closer. I have something for you. If you know these 5 tips which I'm about to give to you, you will make the best decision when it comes to buying your choice property here in Lagos. If you're ready, I am ready. All right, number 1. The first thing you need to do is to understand your objectives. What are your objectives for investing in real estate? All right, so when it comes to investment, people have what they call their risk appetite. Do you have a risk appetite for short term? Do you have a risk appetite for longer term? So you have the short-term investor, the long-term investor, okay? And so it depends on your risk and it depends on what you are willing to hold on to. Some people are okay with a window frame of 1 to 5 years, which in real estate I'll call short-term investment. Then the long-term investment I will call from 1 to 10 or 1 to 15 years. These are the guys who flip it, for max gains. So when you're doing short-term, you're flipping it for good gains, maybe double your profit or triple or 5x your profit. In some cases, you can be very lucky. You can actually do 10x of what you bought it originally. Okay, depends on how good development begins to come into that area. So understand what your objectives are according to your risk appetite, short-term or long-term. Which one works for you? You find out what works for you first, you're good to go. Yeah, number two, you need to choose a reliable realtor. You need to find somebody who is very reliable as a realtor. Why do you need a realtor? You need a realtor to guide you through the different trends and metrics in the business. So there are so many people out there. I cannot call names or anything, but at the end of the day, you have to go with somebody who you can trust. And how do you find somebody who you can trust? Somebody who tells you the nitty-gritty of the business. Somebody who tells you what will happen if you buy A and what will happen if you buy B, and gives you the cards and lays it on the table and says, make your decision at the end of the day. So you have to work with a realtor. You have to work with somebody whom you can rely on, okay? Somebody whose advice you can trust. And when you find such a realtor, make sure that you put yourself in a position for them not to tell you what is sweet or what you want to hear. Make it possible for them to tell you what it entails to truly have access to that property. And when you find a dependable realtor, you are good to go. All right, number 3, you want to go to the site, what we call site inspection with a licensed surveyor. The reason why I use license is that in my profession as a realtor, I've seen a lot of, some surveyors that are not there yet. I don't want to call it a derogatory term. All right, they go to site and because they have vested interest in another property which they want to show to you or sell to you, they dissuade you from buying this one, which is actually good. So you want to go with a licensed surveyor who will go to site and pick what they call coordinates for you and chart them in a lands bureau that is under the office of the surveyor general. In most cases, some licensed surveyors have a charting software which they can use to actually chart these properties and tell you if the property which you're about to buy is free from government interest. If your surveyor tells you that this property is free from government interest, go ahead and buy it. It's a good one. But if they tell you it's not free from government interest, please don't buy it. Number 4, you want to do your due diligence. Your due diligence started from point number 3 when you took a surveyor to the site. Now you want to continue that due diligence by doing what they call documentation checks. All right, so has the land been surveyed? That's one thing you need to know. What title, what document is on the land? Okay, so you have to find all these things out. So most times people say, oh, I want a property that has a CFO. I want a property that has accession. I want a property that has a title on it. All right, like I said at the beginning, it depends on your risk. But the most important thing to know when you're buying a property is government interest. All right, so a property may not have a title. Let's say a property may not have a gazette, property may not have a CFO. You can easily run those ones on the property. All you need to do is understand your checks and balances. Okay, if buying a property that has a CFO is costing 15 million naira, and if buying a property that just has maybe a registered deed, okay, and a survey document is costing you about maybe 3 million naira, and you have done your checks and balances and you find out that the amount you will use to perfect this title up to the level of a CFO is about maybe 5 or 6 million naira extra. By the time you add 3 to 6, it's giving you 9 million. So by the time you take away 9 from 15, you're saving about 6 million naira. So this is how to do, this is how to do the measurement when it comes to buying. but ensure that the family, the owners who have the property, are the ones that are the owners of the property. That's when you check the documentation, there is nothing missing. Also ensure that whoever you are buying from has the right to sell. Very important, has the right to sell. Okay, and if that person or that company or the surveyor has a right to sell, then you're good to go on buying that property. And number five is the best part. This is the most interesting part of it all. Go ahead and buy. Yes, go ahead and buy. You've done your due diligence on everything from point A to point Z. Go ahead and buy, because the best investment on earth is earth itself. Okay, so don't let anything dissuade you. As long as everything that you wanted in your box has been ticked, go ahead and buy. Understand what the game is. Like I said, short term, long term, which one works for you. All right, so there you have it. These are my 5 tips to help you as a first time real estate investor to get the right buying decision when it comes to real estate. So what other tips do you think that first time investors in real estate should have? You can leave them in the comment below. And if you have questions, if you have any inquiries you want to make, you can send us a DM, or you can leave them actually in the comment below. All right, so till I come your way next time, still remain the Doctor of Properties, helping you to make the best decision when it comes to buying and investing in real estate. Be good and bye-bye.